Ping G425 Irons going head-to-head against the G430s. So is that upgrade actually worth it? Or are you literally just dropping a ton of cash for a shiny new badge?
Man, there is nothing worse than throwing $1,200 at new irons, only to step onto the first tee and shoot the exact same score you did last year. Welcome to Golf Gear Showdown, an explainer where we put golf gear head-to-head. I'm Jake, representing all the everyday 15 handicappers out there.
And I'm Mike, your specs and data guy. We are here to help you pick the absolute right winner for your specific game, so you never waste your hard-earned cash. Today's matchup is proven value versus updated performance. The G425 has this massive reputation for being incredibly forgiving and just super easy to hit. But then Ping drops the G430, promising way more speed and a much better feel.
Right, and picture this relatable pro shop scenario. You're standing there holding both clubs. Do you buy the hype and spend more for the sleeker set, or do you save some serious cash on the older model? Because picking the wrong iron doesn't just cost you money, it completely drains your on-course confidence.
Exactly. If it looks wrong to you at address, your swing is basically ruined before you even start taking the club back. So here's how we're scoring this explainer. We're going 5 full rounds: distance, forgiveness, accuracy, feel, and value.
And I'm telling you guys right now, do not skip the accuracy round. We've got a massive surprise there that completely flips the script on what you probably expect. Plus, stick around for the end because round 6 is the ultimate golfer fit breakdown, where we tell you exactly who should buy what. Mike, let's get into round 1.
Okay, round 1 is distance and performance. Based on design intent, the G430 irons were clearly built to squeeze out more speed. You've got stronger lofts, a thinner face, and a noticeably lower center of gravity. You definitely get a little more pop off the face.
Hold on a second though, I need to challenge you on that. Stronger lofts look really great on a simulator screen, for sure. But out on the grass, they can seriously mess with your peak height and your wedge gapping.
Break that down for the newer players listening.
Sure, so if your new 7-iron suddenly flies 10 yards further, but your pitching wedge stays exactly the same, you've got this huge yardage gap. You'll be stuck between clubs all day from 120 yards out. Extra speed isn't always a free lunch.
That's a very fair point, Jake. You always have to check those yardage gaps, but purely for distance potential, the newer tech does exactly what it's supposed to do. For guys playing local scrambles or struggling to reach long par 4s, that raw speed is absolutely king. So we have to give round 1 to the G430.
Yeah, I'll concede that. G430 takes the first point. But hey, do not count the older model out just yet. Coming up right now is the forgiveness test for everyday mishits, and things get incredibly close.
Moving straight into round 2, forgiveness and ease of use. Common feedback suggests the G425 is already a highly forgiving iron. Seriously, it's perfectly built to help you survive those awful thin and heavy misses.
Yeah, and Ping basically tried to keep that exact same DNA in the G430. But based on the updates, they enhanced the turf interaction.
Which is huge for my game.
Right. For anyone wondering, better turf interaction just means the club glides through the dirt instead of digging in super hard when you hit a fat shot. It honestly saves you a few embarrassing yards.
Both of these are going to save your bacon on off-center strikes, but the newer model just feels slightly more stable through the turf. It's definitely not a knockout punch, though. The G425 is an absolute tank that refuses to let a bad swing completely ruin your hole.
Totally agree.
However, we have to call a winner. The G430 takes a very narrow victory in round 2 for that all-around help and slightly better turf performance.
That's 2 rounds down for the G430. But get ready, because round 3 is that massive reveal I teased earlier. This is the one comparison people almost always forget to make, and it flips the script entirely.
Welcome to round 3, accuracy and control. Look, raw distance gets all the flashy marketing budgets, but out on a real course, predictable yardages matter way more. Most golfers report the G425 just has this point-and-shoot personality. It gives you playable misses.
You're making a really strong case, man. You have to look at front-to-back consistency. Ignore the absolute best shot you flushed. Which iron gives you the number you actually trust?
Exactly. I want my 150-yard club to go 150 every single time. I don't want it randomly flying 165 clear over the green into a bunker just because I caught a hot spot on a newer face. That predictable front-to-back consistency is exactly why the older model fights back so hard here. You have to deeply trust the club in your hands when there's water short of the green. From a pure data standpoint, tighter distance dispersion lowers your scores way faster than chasing raw speed. Hitting it 10 yards further into the woods helps literally no one. So round 3 officially goes to the G425 for players who value predictable yardages. And that leads us perfectly into the psychological side of the game. Round 4 is all about feel and confidence, the psychological stuff. The G430 delivers a much more refined vibe. You get a cleaner look, an updated badge, and it just feels premium. And standing over a sleek iron is a great feeling, right until you're deep in the cabbage rough and honestly just want a giant shovel to save you.
That's hilarious, but so true. A lot of high handicappers still prefer the bulkier, safe look of the G425 sitting behind the ball. To a lot of players, bigger just looks easier to hit. It gives you a real sense of safety.
True. But for the vast majority of guys comparing these side by side on a rack, the G430 just looks a bit sharper and tighter at address.
Let's make it official then. The G430 wins round 4 for its polished sound and cleaner shape. It brings that premium experience you expect for the price tag.
Yeah, I'll admit the G430 just looks way cooler sitting in the bag, which we all secretly care about. But don't run to the checkout line just yet, because coming up in round 5, Mike is dropping a brutal financial reality check that might totally change your mind.
All right, round 5 is price and value. Here is the smart shopper move that most golfers completely miss. The performance gap between these two irons is actually way smaller than the massive price gap on the used market. You can buy a slightly used G425 set right now and use the cash you saved to buy a brand new driver. Or better yet, get some lessons to actually fix your swing.
That is a huge deal for regular guys paying out of pocket. If you are moving from a 10-year-old set and just want easier launch and more forgiveness, the G425 handles that effortlessly. You do not have to force yourself into the newest model to see huge improvements.
Exactly. So, is the extra money for the G430 actually worth it? Sometimes yes, but absolutely not automatically. For pure value in protecting your wallet, the G425 completely dominates round 5.
Man, I love saving money. And that brings us to a dead tie going into round 6. Coming up right now is the most important part of this explainer, breaking down exactly which golfer type should buy which club, rapid fire.
Let's assign these irons to specific golfer types right now. Jake, who gets the beginners category?
Beginners easily go to the G425. Affordable and built like a tank.
Mid-handicappers.
Mid-handicappers go G430 to utilize that extra speed.
High-handicappers?
High-handicappers belong with the G4025 for that bulky, confidence-inspiring look.
Seniors?
Seniors take the G425. The forgiving profile works perfectly for slightly slower swings.
Fast swings?
Fast swings definitely want the G430 for that hot face.
What about slicers?
Slicers should lean G425. It's incredibly stable.
Distance seekers?
G430, no question.
Forgiveness seekers?
Back to the G425 for that point and shoot consistency.
And finally, budget buyers?
G425 all day long. That used market value is absolutely unbeatable right now.
Now, before we hand out the final trophies, I really need to share some insider advice. The biggest buying mistake you can possibly make in this matchup is buying an iron simply because marketing tells you it's newer. Getting caught up in the hype cycle is a surefire way to waste your money on tech you might not even need.
Oh, for sure. I almost did that exact same thing myself a few years ago. You hit one lucky, perfectly flushed 7-iron in the simulator, and suddenly you're handing over your credit card in a trance. Never judge a set on a single lucky shot. Ask yourself which club gives you a result you can repeat every time. Proper fit is literally everything.
Let's rapid fire the honest pros and cons because we don't do brand protection here at Golf Gear Showdown. Starting with the G425 Pros, it's proven, no drama forgiveness, and holds insane used market value. The cons? It features an older, bulkier look and just doesn't have that hot face speed. For the G430, you're gaining distance potential, a much cleaner shape, and a noticeably better impact sound. But the cons? That premium price tag is steep. The performance upgrade isn't quite dramatic enough for every current G425 owner to switch. Plus, you really have to watch your wedge gapping with those stronger lofts. It is time for the final no mercy verdicts. Jake, read out the first half.
You got it. Overall winner goes to the G430, beginners G425, mid-handicap goes G430, high handicap goes back to the G425, and for pure forgiveness, the G425 edges it out on predictable consistency. Bring it home, Mike.
For distance, the G430 wins easily. Best value is the G425 by a mile. If you have no budget limit, go buy the G430 right now. The used market champion is the G425. And for seniors, the G425 takes the crown. Look, if you want the shiny, modern package, the G43 upgrade is worth it. But if you care most about value, the older model is incredibly tough to beat. Pick your priority and you can buy with total confidence. All right, we want to hear from you guys. Are you bagging the proven G425 or are you paying up for the G430? Drop your handicap, your usual miss on the course, and your ultimate iron pick down in the comments right now. And let us know what you want to see next. We've got the Ping G430 versus the Titleist TSR2 driver showdown coming up next week, and you will not want to miss that data breakdown. Hit subscribe to Golf Gear Showdown. We don't just review gear here. We